This is the album. We got none other than one of the greatest lyricists alive. Eminem will be here in a few seconds. Also, Slaughterhouse will be here. They're all live. They're all hanging out in the back eating barbecue chicken. So we're going to get to that in just a minute. You have any questions, hit me on my Twitter at RealSway, and I'll try to get as many questions in as possible. We ready? We ready? All right, this is what we're going to do, man. Matter of fact, 888-742-3345. Back in the day when I first met this guy, he had the Infinite tape out, and then he did the Slim Shady EP, and then the Slim Shady LP. And from that moment, I knew I was meeting one of the... Well, I didn't know he'd become one of the greatest lyricists of all time. Am I lying? Am I telling a story here? Oh, okay, yeah. I knew he was one of the greatest pizza makers of all time, but not only that, one of the illest lyricists of all time. One of the most giant metaphor kings. From then to now, he hasn't let us down. Shady Records has done nothing but put out quality music, known for having some of the fiercest MCs. Crooked Eye,
what up, bro?
Joe Button, Joel.
Yeah.
What's up, Royce?
What's up, Sway?
And the president of Shady Records. I haven't had a chance to do this personally. I just want to thank you for
welcome.
Delivering me a check every single week. Sway in the morning.
You were going to thank me.
No, man. Thank you for the years of great music, the years of honest music. Watching your journey from the beginning to now, I can look back as a friend and smile in admiration to see what you've been able to accomplish. From back in the days when you was first coming in the game. I got pictures of you at the house right now that I would never release, bro. I'll never release them. But it just...
I would hope not.
Nah.
I'm sure that I was probably under the influence of something.
Yeah, you look good. You look different. You definitely look different. But you look like you were in a great place at that time. But you look like you're in a better place at this time.
Having fun, man.
Absolutely, man. That's what we're doing right now. Give it up for Eminem and Slaughterhouse, ladies and gentlemen. We got a room full of some of the biggest fans, but some of the greatest journalists in the game today. We want to thank y'all for coming up here to Shade 45, man. Give yourselves a round of applause to see how we do it and supporting what we do in the Shade 45 family. Man, I want to start. The album is finally here. And I want to ask you as a president of Shady Records, man, how important is this album to the legacy of the label right now?
Well, first of all, before I get started even on that, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I mean, this means a lot. This is dope. But yeah, one of the things that what was the question? My bad.
Yeah, how important this release? I mean, a lot of people have been waiting on this. It got pushed back. We all know these guys as individual artists, and when they came together as a collective, I think we were all excited from the first project. But when they signed on, to Shady, it's been all this big anticipation.
Yeah, that's one of the things that made it so exciting for me. I feel like it's been a long time since there's been a group like this with solo artists that are this powerful to be able to come together and form what I consider a super group. So it's and another thing, I mean, that's one of the things that made me wanna made me interested in the first place, but also it keeps me on my toes, man. These guys, they go for it, and it keeps me on my toes. I've been in the studio many times and been like, all right, I need to go back to the lab and write something.
Yeah, right.
I was about to say that.
Y'all don't believe that he's bullshitting us right now?
I'm serious.
Way to go.
That's truly happened.
Absolutely.
It's all in his head.
And the things that, listen, I'm trying to give you guys a compliment if you don't want to take it. No, absolutely. I mean, the things that they do, it's very technical, dense. You know what I'm saying? It's very. I mean, I get into that whole that whole aspect of all that, just technical things, technical rapping, competitive rapping. That's what it is to me, and it's one of the things I can absolutely appreciate, and hopefully just be here to try to help get it to that next level, where I feel like these guys have worked hard, and they've been around for a minute, so I want to see this happen for them.
Yeah, man, these dudes all proven lyricists, and I think some of the first thoughts that come to mind when you sign with someone as I'm great as Eminem has been in his career as an artist, people always want to know, is there a lot of pressure on you guys to perform, you know, and to be able to produce songs that, you know, that actually resonate with the audience and move some units. But, you know, when you think about it, when you look at the climate right now, when you see a Rick Ross and the MMG, and these guys are making a gigantic impact, and you see a Lil Wayne and a Young Money, and these guys are making a gigantic impact. I want to ask you that question, M. You know, as the leader of the label and being this franchise artist, is there any pressure on you to make sure that this project succeeds and does well?
I mean, I don't know if I take it so much as pressure. I mean, I just want to see. Obviously, yes, I want to see it happen. I want to see, you know, the whole project do well. I think it'd be great for hip hop. I feel like hip hop needs this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you know, there's a lot of competition out right now, but at the same time, I mean, I feel like these guys bring something different to the table too. Mm-hmm. You know, themselves, and I mean, I think when people hear it, they're going to be pleasantly surprised. People who don't know what they're capable of. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Was there a definitive moment, like a particular song that, you know, when you record an album, it just don't come together all at once? Every time somebody come in the studio, it's just not going to click. Was there a definitive moment that you felt like, okay, I think we found the sound, or a definitive song that you felt like, okay, this is the beginning of our direction? What song would that be if that happened?
I don't know. Does anybody else want to take that? Anybody feel like? Because I feel like the way it came together. I don't know if there was that one moment.
I think the moments continued to come. Yeah. I think it started with Goodbye, which was probably the first song. It was the first song that we even attempted to record for this album, and we recorded that in LA. The majority of the album we recorded in Detroit, and we just kept having moments like that. That's when it began to feel special to all of us. I mean, the first album we did in 6 days. This time we had time to kind of soak it all in, and the music, and then, you know, what M would do to, like, everything was happening so fast. It was like a gumbo of just God doing things. So I couldn't point to one in particular record, no, but there were quite a few out there.
That's Joe Budden, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause, man. Yeah. Joe Budden, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, man, good answer.
That was a great answer.
You've
done this.
Good answer.
I got you, I got you.
Let me ask you guys something. Joe do pool parties, man. Does everybody get an invite when he does the pool parties?
No,
that doesn't happen.
No.
Do y'all don't hang out like that? No.
I can't swim, so.
Okay, Royce.
What? Do I go to the
pool parties? Yeah.
Yo, this mic is driving me crazy.
You don't like it? What's going on with that mic, then? Hey, man, you know what? This is on our order list, man. Since you at the station, man, there's a few things we need to get fixed, bro. I've been wanting to tell you, man. I haven't had you here in a minute. You know, can we get the mics, please? You know, and can we get bigger flat screens in the studio, M? Can you make that happen, bro?
Probably not.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you, Joel. Let me ask you this, man, because you know you got what you call alpha males. All right, here's a group of alpha males. Everybody here is standing on their own too, man. Mm-hmm. Everybody here has an ego. I know all you guys. You know, as a rapper, y'all have an ego. You gotta have an ego, right, to be who you are. How did y'all work around that? Like, was that hard at all? Like,
no, that kind of stuff is definitely something we don't pay attention to when we're doing the recording. That process is just, like Joe said earlier, it's just special. We listen to the music. We don't even know where the idea is going to spark from. It might come from Crooked one night, or Royce one morning, or just M, like, hey, guys, I got an idea. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's in there trying to compete, because at the end of the day, you're probably going to get your ass whipped anyway on one of these records. So just bring your A game and be you. Be who we are as individuals. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes it the most special. Nobody's in there like, damn, man, like, I wonder if Royce is going to catch me. Or Crook, you know, damn, that fucking Crook. Because Crook's a robot. I don't know if anybody knows.
Yeah, Crook's a beast,
Crook
right?
is disgusting. Yeah. You know, sometimes I just want to punch him in his face.
He hates us. Crooked hates us.
Secretly, he's not really down for the team.
He doesn't like us.
He doesn't like you? All right.
And that pool party thing, like, I was going to go to one of Joe's shits, but the nigga asked me to bounce. I'm like, nigga, I just want to hang out, man. What type of shit was that?
He wants you to be a bouncer?
Come on, man. Get out of here, man. Like, quick, you available? Yeah, I'm coming out. What we doing? Volleyball? Now, you stand at the door? Like, come on, man. Pool party.
Joe always travels with a beautiful woman, it seems like, even today. That happened to happen. Does that ever get distracting? Because everybody got a girl, you know what I mean? Does that ever get distracting? Or?
I don't pay no attention. I don't pay no attention to Joey having a girl around.
Joel move like that too. He just don't bring him out.
Yeah, what type of shit is that? What type of shit is that? I will say this. Joey is the guy in the group that's known for it.
Yeah,
he's popular for it. But it's not.
I don't know how that
out of the ordinary. Yeah,
you don't know how that came to be, huh?
No.
Okay, that's Royce the 5'9", y'all. Give him a round of applause.
Right,
Thank you. Joel Ortiz, give him a round of applause.
And Joel's lady, I meant, used to move like that.
Yeah,
used to.
Yeah, man. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man.
Crooked Eye, give him a round of applause, man.
Young.
Let me ask you the process, man, because I want to name some of the producers that were selected here for the album real quick. Of course, Alex the Kid, Hit Boy, M. Of course, you did production. Street Runner, Mr. Porter.
Round of applause,
Boy
Mr.
Wonder,
Porter.
Kane Beats, A-Rap Music. Like, how did you select like beats? Like, did you select all the beats, or did y'all collectively select what you were going to rhyme on?
Well, these guys started actually recording songs, almost, I would say, kind of in demo form. They record over the 2 tracks of the beats, and then once they had a certain amount of songs, brought them to me, and I kind of would listen through them and figure out like what my favorites were, and start mixing those. And in the meantime, they would keep recording other things. And for the most part, for the whole project, I pretty much was really hands-on with everything, as far as like producing, co-producing, mixing. I think I mixed the whole album except for maybe 1 or 2 songs. And just adding to what's there, and just trying to make it, these guys, like I said, they're very lyrically dense, complex, like, so there comes a fine line where you've got to, like Joel was talking about, like, how there's a competitive nature there, but at the same time, I think that everybody's got so much respect for each other as MCs, that I think that at the end of the day, if somebody feels like, I got spanked on this track, but I held my own on this one, or I fucked somebody up on that track, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's competitive rap. It's all fun at the end of the day, but it's about making songs now. You know what I'm saying? And trying to take that next step.
I would imagine having worked with Dre, and I think the same challenges you may have with them, Dre probably early on had with you, you know what I mean, as a songwriter or evolving lyricist. What are some of the things that you learned from Dr. Dre that you were able to implement and help him putting this album together?
Well, I think that Dre was the first one that probably actually taught me how to count bars, because I would just go in and rap, and wasn't really... I think I would just focus on that, and Dre taught me how to, like, I learned how to start making things in song form, and just all of Dre's little tricks I've stolen from him over the years, and just try to apply it to my own music, everything. Dre's taught me so much.
On that?
No,
please
go ahead.
One thing that I've noticed with Marshall and Dre, like, I think Dre taught him how to take.
This is Royce the 5'9", ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
cut it out. I feel that Dre has taught him how to take a song from A to Z. He's taught me the same thing. Like, the things that I see him do with our records, without him even being on the record, just adding music to the beat, the way that he mixes, spending weeks on one song. He'll, like, obsess over a snare. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't notice that in him before he got with Dre. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of the things. Dre is the reason why you're anal, and it's the reason why I hate you.
But it's the same reason that you like me at the same time.
The same thing. M has always been very, I think what M brought to the game more so anybody in recent eras is the transparency. You've always been very open and honest in the things that you rapped about, which I think has probably been the winning formula to your success. And on this album, how is that true for each and every one of you guys? Because everybody has some type of drama that we don't read about, or we don't seen online, or that we hear about. Do you guys confront all of that in this album? Quick, let's start with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What kind of stuff you talked about that?
I mean, you're gonna find out on Goodbye when we drop that. That's a real personal song. Talked about my uncle passing away from cancer and things of that nature. I just think that when you got a great album, you should probably know that artist a little more from the outro to the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things we actually talked about when we were making the album. Was I wanted to make sure that I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I actually did mean to cut you off.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's one of the things that we talked about. Was like, we want to make sure that everybody knows, these guys are great rappers, but there's also a story behind each individual. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that sounds dope, man. All right, cool. I know you guys shot a video yesterday in Queens. Right? For Throw It Back.
Throw It Away.
Excuse me, Throw It Away. All right. Can you tell us about the video?
Hopefully she throws it back.
Because,
after you finish throwing it away.
After you throw it away, she'll throw it back?
I gotta throw it back.
All right.
Joe,
and that's what's
good answer.
All right.
Good answer.
What is that? What can you tell us about that video? Because, we at MTV went all the way out there and didn't get a chance to give much information.
Everyone dies at the end.
Everyone dies at the end?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Why is that the next single, Throw It Away? How do you guys select it? You don't know?
Why is I don't know never an acceptable answer?
I hate that answer, man. That's just
what if that was my answer?
Do you think we're always supposed to know?
I have to deal with that, I've heard that from you before. It wouldn't be a first time.
Right.
So how do you select a single? So like Hammer Dance was a single. My Life was a single. What was the process in selecting the singles?
Well, Hammer Dance we felt like we needed to throw something out there, I think, for their core fans, their core audience. And, My Life to me was kind of a no-brainer, being able to put CeeLo on it and the way that the record came together and the way it felt like this should be the next record. So that's all we really do is just go by the feel of what the records are and I guess the response how we all personally feel about it and, how everybody at the label feels, and we just take it from there.
Yeah, take it from there. There's a song called Coffin on the album, right, with Busta Rhymes, right? Okay. What can y'all tell us about that
Nothing.
song? Nothing again. Okay, great.
I can tell you I don't know.
Okay, but Busta, how did you select who would be featured? Because you got a lot of features on the album, and there's a lot of people I'm sure you wanted to work with that wasn't able to make the album. How did you select who was featured? Was it just based on they fit the song, or did you actually go after people?
In some cases, we did. There's a lot of features. There's a lot of features. I can't think of them all right now. But
I got them right here, man.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me name them for you.
All right.
Okay. Well, we know CeeLo. CeeLo fit the track, right? My Life.
Absolutely.
Busta Rhymes. What made you go for Busta Rhymes?
I think
that was
Royce's idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was I was just hearing him on it, and Busta is somebody who I personally feel like I don't have a lot of personal relationships in this business. I kind of keep to myself, but he's one of those people that I consider a friend, and I feel like I can always call Busta and he'll turn whatever I need around right away. So I called him and he did it.
And he did
just
it.
like CeeLo.
Skylar Gray, of course.
Skylar Gray, always.
Okay, y'all got a rich history with her. Is anybody y'all didn't get to work with that because of maybe time or the project?
You know what? We wasn't really crazy about trying to get a whole bunch of guest appearances because there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
So we already battling with each other over who's gonna split a 16. Should the verses be 12? Like we don't want to
cut out the song.
Who gets cut out the song? Happened to me a lot.
Who gets cut out the songs that Amazon?
Who gets cut out the songs at Amazon? You on 2?
I took a couple.
Joe's
for the
not
team,
on any of them.
Joe, you took one?
I was the sacrificial lamb. I need that to go out there. I took that.
So you got cut out of a song that Damn, why? What happened, Joe?
We was in the studio and he had a fat ass. That's what happened.
That threw off his concentration.
He went to the hotel early.
Yeah.
If we give you 100 Slaughterhouse songs and Eminem tries to put 100 verses on them, I'm going to always be the first one to raise my hand.
Goddamn right.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, you have to. It's interesting, this dynamic, because all you guys Great MCs, man. I mean, terrific. I've known everybody since the beginnings. You know, but M is a colossal MC. You know, through your accomplishments and all. You have to be, I would imagine, selective of how many tracks you would actually jump on, right? I mean, 'cause, you know, I'm sure you was cognizant of not just being on every track and taking the attention away from the group. Did that cross your mind?
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a balance. You know, I mean, like they were saying, there's 4 guys in the group.
Yeah.
So it's like then you got to figure out which song. Like I had to figure out which one. Like once we did Our House, Our House record, that record to me felt like, and I think to all of us when we heard it, like this should intro the album. You know, so that was kind of a no-brainer for me to try to help. You know, whatever. Like if I could alley-oop something or set up what was to come next. You know what I'm saying? And then the other things just kind of came together. I mean, just from us being in the studio, and that's actually how all the records came together.
Just like that?
Yeah, from us being in the studio.
Being in the studio. All right.
Write that down, please.
Write that down.
The records came together from us being in the studio.
All right, cool. We got that one. The mixtape is still coming, right?
Of course.
Is that next Friday now, or when is it? Is it going to be on the 15th? Or?
We never said it. Did we say it?
Did y'all say a date?
We never said a date.
This would be a great time to do that.
We never
fellas.
said a date.
Yeah,
Crooked.
I don't know, bro.
Crooked. You don't want to tell me that's cool. You gonna tell me you don't know?
It's coming before the album.
Before the album.
Definitely.
Yes.
But we don't have a date yet.
And the
Okay.
only reason there is a mixtape is because we were in the studio.
It all happens.
Good answer,
You got it.
Joe.
Genius.
Good answer. Write that down.
All right.
I'm knocking about the park.
This is what we want to do, man. We got a lot of people here that want to hear the album, and I know you guys are going to personally play it, and then they're going to write about it and blog about it and talk about it and drive everybody to buy this album on August 28th.
Attach your fucking names to them blogs.
Okay, all right.
Don't be discreet out there.
Okay, yeah. Don't hide behind the
Let me know
keyboard.
what you think.
Let them truly let them know what you think. And you guys plan on going on tour soon, or what are the touring plans? How hard is that, man, to have everybody like who's always late? Is it Joe?
You're gonna ask and answer.
Yeah. I'm just based on the day, bro. I'm sorry.
Who's always late? Rhetorical.
Yeah.
We usually try and mix it up a little bit.
You try to mix it up.
Mix it up. Yeah, we can't let one person be the diva, so we just kind of mix it up a little bit.
We all get the diva.
I don't mind waiting on none of them.
Diva
All right.
house.
Wait.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then there's a lot of MC crews out there, man. What do you think Slaughterhouse ranks right now?
You asking us?
I like to hear it. I like people to say what they think.
Well, you know what we think.
We know what we know.
You know what we think, but I
Okay.
mean, we got so much respect, especially for the Black Hippie crew. Please applaud them.
Yeah.
You know,
Them dudes are sick. Them dudes are sick. All right, cool, man. Well, look, let's give them a round of applause. Thanks, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming.
Thank you,
Give me a
man.
hey, man.
Thank you, man.
It's good to see you, brother. It's good to see you. Seriously.
Good to see you as always.
Hey, man, so can we fix up the studio for the morning show? Is that cool, man? No, we can't do that. Okay, great. All right, thanks, Em. That's why I did the interview, man. I just want to get the studio fixed.
Ask that guy, man. I work
Paul,
for him.
come on, man. Paul
I work for
Rosenberg.
Paul.
Paul, give it. Steve Blatter. All right, cool, man. All right.
Pass the butt.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to play a song from the album, right? A world premiere, never before heard. This is your first time. You know, we talked these guys into it. Em, you want to do the honors and introduce the song?
This song is called Goodbye.
Shade 45.
Great job.
That was pretty